Hey, what's up, guys? I don't really know what to title this video, and I didn't even know if I want to record this video because I thought it was unnecessary, but I felt as if I had to create this video as sort of like an explanation because if you've seen me on TikTok or if you've been following my series on TikTok where I tried passing the A100 exam or the accounting exam at IU, didn't unfortunately get the grade I wanted. Then I tried for economics exam and also didn't get the grade I wanted. I just wanted to make this video as a way to kind of serve as sort of what maybe happen in the future. And I it honestly has been a long time for people who has been subscribed to my channel before all this happened. I think you guys are the most loyal ones because even when I haven't posted in a while, you guys still stayed loyal and you still stayed subscribed to me. And honestly, I just want to thank you and kudos to you because it's honestly, I really appreciate you still being subscribed to me even after keep on saying I want to post consistently. Then I go on for a long hiatus, but I think the real reason was because everything's honestly been hectic. It's been so chaotic, and I really don't know what the future is going to behold. Even though uh, it's contradictory to what I said before with saying what's going to happen now. I really don't know, and I think there's a certain aesthetic in not knowing because you really don't want your entire life planned for you, and that's boring, I'll say the least. But I will say that I didn't know really what I was going to do if I didn't pass those two tests and I didn't get into Kelly. Because I really had tunnel vision for both tests, and that was I was not in a good mental headspace for a while when I didn't get the grade I wanted. And I really thought it was everything, if that makes sense, because I had I was just so angry. I was mad at the world. I couldn't stand anyone being around me at that specific point in time. And what makes me even more mad is because I couldn't exactly show it because whenever I do express my emotions in a way, I feel as if people kind of downplay it and they say, "Yo, you should I don't know why you're so angry. There are probably people who have it worse than you." And I completely understand that. I know that I do not have the worst life, and I should always be grateful for everything that's happened in my life so far. But at the same time, I think it's very important you need to process your emotions and really let it all out because what makes you depressed is really having all these internal emotions inside, and it doesn't translate to what you're expressing to the world. And I feel as if you'll become more depressed if you just do that. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is I was discouraged really from making videos in the first place, even though it's what brought me joy. And it, I think people were just telling me, "Yo, can you just delete I mean, yeah, not everyone, but there are some people who were like, delete these videos, please, because you're gonna go into a job soon, and if they see your digital footprint, they might not accept you. And I thought about it, and I was very confused for the most part. I I can't secure both futures, if that makes sense. Because if you've been following me for a while, I did I did say I I didn't want I wanted to be my own boss, but I I after this I'm just confused. I'm like, cuz I have to risk, either making videos or just staying off the internet for good and follow the normal path. And obviously, a lot of people are going to be like, don't give up. You should always, follow your dreams. And I agree, that's true. And I think I would much rather follow that path. And the other thing is, a lot of people, they really think the path is going to be easy. And they think, yeah, just like full on go all in, be a content creator. I really think, that is the dream life for me. But I also think a lot of people, they don't see the other side of it. They don't see, you know, if it doesn't work out, you won't have stability, or stuff like that. And while I think it's very important, you should follow your dreams and really have the mindset, you either get rich or you die trying. I also think you should have some stability in your life. But I do love to create, and I think I definitely do want to continue to create. And I think I'll definitely come up with much more videos in the future. Like I said, I think on my TikTok. Um, I do want to say that when you see my TikTok and you see I'm the A100 guy, a lot of people at IU came up to me and said, "Yo, are you the guy who makes the A100 videos on TikTok?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." And I definitely appreciate that. I've been getting some recognition around campus for being the accounting guy. They're like, "Yo, you the accounting guy on TikTok?" But I also don't want to be that guy, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, obviously I'm okay with being him because I've also inspired many people who were taking the A100 test at IU and having them reach their highest potential. But I also think that I feel like I could be much more. And also, I don't think just being the A100 guy is my entire passion. And I've seen people who just when I was in the peak of the series, they said, "Yo, bro, like, yeah, we're good, we're chilling," and then they just like never talked to me again. So I think like I am definitely meant for much more, where I could try and figure out my real passion and then just completely maximize on that. The I think the entire reason why I started the accounting series on TikTok was because I just wanted to be consistent when posting TikToks, because I before that I was posting for a while and I was like, yo, I need to be consistent with this if I ever want to get anywhere. Now I've slowed down after I've kind of went off of that peak, but obviously I think all rise. You know, it's only gonna go up from now on. I'll say that. So I think the real point I'm trying to make here is, I've had a lot of ups and downs, but I really think that you kind of have to make your ups and downs come true, if that makes sense. Where I thought I wouldn't get into Kelly, but I want to also, and people are also telling me to stop making the videos, but I think I should. There's a art in listening to yourself, where you should, if it's your life, then you should always trust your gut. And maybe it's not always right, but you should really start there, because that's really where you want to try and control it. Because there's going to be a lot of people saying this and that and all these other kinds of stuff, but you really have to take it like a grain of salt. Um, Obviously, take their advice at face value, but also listen to yourself. And you're probably gonna be like, this is just another self motivation talk. Oh, what's the point? And that's completely fine. I honestly completely agree with you. I wanted to stop making these videos a long time ago, after I've kind of, what is it, gotten at least a little bit better with YouTube, and I'm a little bit more proficient in editing. I think it's always great to speak your mind. I might create a second channel, um or just delete every video, or not delete every video, make every video private, and then start creating new videos. I really kind of want to be unique with these videos. Have it so I can be someone new, and I don't want to be a copy of a copy like everyone on YouTube right now. Like, you don't know how many videos I've clicked on where it's either AI bullshit. Um, there's oh, commentary slop, and probably unemployed drama, self motivation like I'm doing right now. Um, I It's honestly a lot, and I think if we can kind of consume a little less, try and create things for ourselves, and try and make ourselves happy, instead of viewing viewing from the distance. Because like I said, we don't have everything figured out, and I think I was watching this Instagram guy. His name's Cosmo Alien 111. 111. Yeah, 1111. Go check him out. But he was like saying, yeah, our full brains don't develop till the age of 25. Yet at the age of 18, they're already starting to push us where we should figure out what we want to do for the rest of our lives. Um, Work at a job 40, 50 years, even though we don't have it fully figured out yet. And yet people are still pushing us to try and do what we what we're supposedly meant to do, while people are trying to basically control, manipulate what we have to do. But yeah, honestly, I just wanted to come on here and speak my mind, to talk about. I mean, it's kind of is clickbait when I tried saying I'm explaining my situation, but really I just motivational baited you guys. Run down to my situation. I'll say that I didn't pass my accounting test. Didn't pass econ, or I did pass econ. I just got a B in that, so I got two B's. Not looking too good in getting into Kelly. However, I did appeal. Tried emailing the people in charge of accepting me. I don't think I have a good shot, but I think I'm going to transfer and try and really. What I'm trying to say is, I'm going to put my full effort into anything I'm going to do from now on. Basically, I have the same mentality as I was taking the accounting test, little bit every day, try and master every skill, try and do more YouTube, really. You slow down on TikTok, maybe make more, who knows. Um I wish everyone watching this the best of luck in whatever they do. If you're in Kelly, I wish you guys good luck. It's only going to get harder from now on, but I believe you guys are going to rise to the occasion. And if you're a pre-business student who didn't make it, I still think you're going to be successful in whatever you do, because I don't believe if you made it to the Kelly School of Business that defines your success for the rest of your life. But I think I'm going to end it off here. I have been talking for a while. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Whoever did watch this, I appreciate each and every one of you who's been with me so far. And yeah.